Hi, first off, excuse the crickets. We're on holiday. You may recall last week on our YouTube video we talked about preparing for holiday and going on holiday. We thought it'd be good to do a video whilst we're on holiday.
And we're not going to tell you where we are.
But actually, thinking about it, there's quite a lot of overstimulation.
Yes,
So,
tons of it.
so we've been planning this holiday for over a year. We thought about it. And we've been talking to the children about it for about 10 months probably.
Yep, we booked through British Airways holidays, #BA.
So we've got 14 days tickets for Disney and the same for Universal, and we're also doing the Space Center. We tried at the start to maintain the routine, but it's like almost impossible.
It's impossible.
So, because we're doing so much, we've had some of the longest days we've ever had with the children, and I think that we've tried really hard to keep them entertained all the way through.
I think before we've even done any of that, the thing we need to be grateful for is we've been reading through other Instagram and TikTok accounts the troubles parents have faced getting accessibility passes
For Disney.
for Disney. Not that we're at Disney, but we was very, very fortunate. Bit of advice for you: if you do have a neurodivergent child and you are coming here, please don't think it's a given that you are going to get the passes. We had to have telephone interviews, and
Before we came out.
And it wasn't over the phone, it was literally via a Zoom call, to actually ask why we feel we need to have one of these passes. So,
And what they're interested in really is about how the person with the challenges copes in queues. So it's not about whether they can queue, it's about what happens when they are queuing. And I think it's been game changing for us in terms of being able to access the parks and do everything we need to. And I think when I compare Disney's, both Disney's accessibility service and Universal's, I think could bear some improvement, but at the same time, if you merge the two of them together, I think you'd have a perfect system. But they're slightly different. But we've had to. It's sort of all electronic with Disney, and it's paper-based system with Universal, which just makes it a little bit more difficult to manage. But it's meant that we've been able to access everything.
we have, and we don't want to be using this video to plug Disney and Universal, but it's just one of those things that we've had to do because we're talking about planning. The other thing, you think would be quite straightforward is food. You'd think a burger is a burger, a fry is a fry, a bun is a bun, a bread is a bread, an apple is an apple. For our kids, because of their trauma and their background,
Sensory challenges.
It is proving so difficult to actually make sure they're having a proper balanced diet. Today,
we're a week in almost.
Yeah.
Today I resorted to buying food from the British aisle in the local supermarket, which is the first time I've done that. But we've been mainly eating hot dogs, chicken tenders, fries. They're okay with fries when they are actually fried.
If they have a slight crinkle.
Oven chips, forget it.
And we just want to point out, it's not because our children are prissy or we pander to their needs and wants.
It's the sensory feeling in their mouth.
Sensory being in their mouth because of the food that they used to be fed prior to being adopted to us. It's that texture that really absolutely freaks them out.
Yeah. You may also notice that we're not obviously in a Disney property, and part of the reason is we're in a villa about 20 minutes away from Disney. That's deliberate so that days like today the kids can jump around in that pool for 3-4 hours and not necessarily have the sensory overload of all of the stuff going on in Disney, because there's always a load of stuff going on when you're in Disney or Universal. So we've taken that so that we can take time out.
And I think, it's not because we live extravagant lifestyles, is we want to make our lives easier as well. And if you have two children that are neurodivergent, that are overstimulated, you need, for your own sanity, to be able to take them away from that and bring them somewhere to kind of reground them. And we've travelled British Airways, we're staying in a nice villa, we have a nice car, we're making sure, they're having everything they need. And what more would children want travelling 4,500 miles to one of the most iconic locations in the world? What do our children want? To go-
Disney?
No.
Epcot?
No.
Do they even want to go to Kennedy Space Centre?
No.
Do they want to go to Hogwarts?
No.
Do they want to go to Diagon Alley?
No.
Do they want to go to Galaxy's Edge?
No.
Oh, what is it then, John?
They want to go to a 7-Eleven and Target.
The joy of modern advertising on children's TV and devices.
We don't even know where our daughter has got Target from, but she wants to go to a Target. So we, saying we don't pander to our kids, had to do a diversion coming back from one of the parks to stop off at a 7-Eleven for our son to get out and have a wander around 7-Eleven, get back in the car. And as we drove off, he said, we now need to purchase something from 7-Eleven.
Yes. The other thing that we've had happen is we're obviously in like thunderstorm season and hurricane season, and we've had storms pretty much, 3 days out of the 7, I think.
I think storms are a bit of an understatement.
Yeah, there's been a lot of lightning strikes, but we came home a couple of nights ago to a power outage. Now, if we'd been at home, that would have been fine. Now, the emergency light was on, so that was okay, but obviously we didn't have any power for TVs or tablets or any of that stuff. And then we had numerous more sirens than would have, and fire appliances than would have been needed to put out the towering inferno.
Yes, we saw lots of lights, lots of sirens, lots of...
And a house 5 doors away had been hit by lightning and was
Yeah.
on fire. So we had to deal with that, and there was quite a lot of dysregulation and not jumping around, but needing to be close and needing to be with us.
And we did what any, caring people would do, is in the morning we thought we'd go and have a nosy and see the devastation caused by the fire, and it was a little singed roof. Yes, so they send half a fire department for a singed roof.
Yes. But we've got another week to go. It's been quite busy first week, it's a slightly less busy second week, but we'll see how it goes, and we'll update you probably during the course of next week, towards the end of next week.
Yeah, so key messages is when you're sort of like doing a holiday, we're just letting you know that all that work, all that planning that you are going to do does pay off. We're giving testimony to it at the moment. Our feet aren't, and our heads aren't. And I'm on the Dramamine tomorrow because we're going to Epcot, because I suddenly have motion sickness on rides.